And President Biden is facing growing pressure to forgive student loan debt. But a CBS News reports that many critics have opposed the move, arguing that it could have devastating economic impacts. So MoneyWatch reporter Megan Cerullo is with us now to explain where some of the concerns are coming from. I think this is an incredibly interesting topic. You know why some people would be in favor of some sort of debt relief, because people are burdened under this for decades. They're in their 40s, they're in their 50s, they're still paying off their student loans. It's ridiculous. But it's not so easy. So why do critics say that canceling student loan debt won't actually offer the financial relief that is needed to the people who need it the most?
Certainly there are benefits to individual borrowers who might have put off major purchases like buying a home, buying a car, or starting a family. But critics of with the kind of loan cancellation that Biden has been talking about say that this really doesn't give financial relief to the poorest Americans who didn't necessarily go to college. People with school debt tend to be upper middle class, and these degrees that they've borrowed money to pursue these degrees that have led to more lucrative careers. So they could be doctors, they could be lawyers if they've gone to graduate school. And critics say that this is like a retroactive subsidy for these people who aren't actually, those who need it the most.
Right. And what I've learned over the last 2 years in watching, the COVID aid is that you can't just put money into the economy like that without having some sort of an impact. So could this canceling student debt loan, could it contribute to inflation?
It could, certainly for those folks whose debt is canceled. Presumably they'll have a little bit of a cushion in their monthly budgets, and that could lend to greater spending on goods and services, and that could stoke inflation. So that's another criticism or concern.
And the other thing that I thought about too is canceling student debt or reducing, let me rephrase this. Could canceling or reducing potentially encourage people to get a college education without the threat of loans? So I suppose it's a twofold. Could it encourage more people to go to college, which is great, but could it also encourage colleges to ask for more money in tuition?
Well, this isn't an overhaul of the system. We're not fixing the issue. This is sort of a treatment of the symptoms.
Yeah.
And critics have said that this could lead borrowers to, I don't want to say borrow recklessly, but they may be less considerate about, they may not go into these loans with a plan to repay them. And then we'd end up in the same situation years from now.
Of course, people would still have tremendous debts that they owe, maybe not as much as before, but it would still be a ton of money. Is there a remedy? What can be done?
So no one's really opposed outright to canceling student debt, but critics of this particular proposal say that more targeted relief would be better, sort of to serve first-generation college students or low-income families, so that it really serves those people who need it the most, and it's not this, like I said, this retroactive subsidy to people who are already relatively well off.
Makes a lot of sense. It's a tough one, though. Megan, thank you very much.
Thanks, Anne Marie.